What it do, YTZ? It's your boy One Way Crew Churchy, baby. You know what the fuck going on. So as you can see by today's title, caption, clickbait, whatever the fuck you want to call it, description. Yeah, man, it's like you wish you could rewind. So this was about like 10 years ago. I'd say about 10 years ago to like exact type shit. So I was dealing with this female and I'm not even gonna lie, she put me on that scamming shit. Like, I can't even hold you. Like, she taught me how to scam. She showed me the ropes of scamming. That's all she did was fucking scam. Like, she was bored with that shit. She did it so much. But, yeah, so one day, right, she like, yeah, we could, we had found, like, I did something, and I ended up getting, like, somebody's social security, all that information pretty much. So I'm like, all right, bet. She like, man, look, I could use that information, you feel me? So I'm like, fuck it. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't really give a fuck. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. She get the information. She like, look, we about to go into this bank, right? And we gonna get a loan for this business that we own. And yeah, just like play it cool and just act like we them. So I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, hold on, bitch. You talking about we gotta go inside the bank? Like, this shit ain't no over the computer type shit. So I'm tripping like, yo, hell no, yo, we not about to just walk. So, like I said, she was cold with that shit. She had everything set up like we had this LLC, all type of shit, yo. I don't know how this girl used to do that shit, but this motherfucker made it seem like we had a business for like 5 years, bro. Like, that shit was crazy. So we go in that motherfucker. I'm sweating my ass off. I am a cold street dude. I'm like, yo, we about to try to go ahead and pretty much rob this fucking bank. So I'm like, all right. She like, yo, just stick to this store. You feel me? This. And I'm like, all right, bet. So we go inside the motherfucking, we go inside the shit. So they talking to us like, yeah, mind you, we already put our information in. This was like the meeting to it. So I'm like, yo, I'm nervous as fuck. I ain't never do no crazy shit like this. So I go in that motherfucker. I'm acting like old boy. She acting like my motherfucking wife. Like, I'm like, yo, what the fuck, yo? So I already know, like, yo, my face on camera, all that shit. Like, yo, if this shit don't go right, yo, I'm fucked. So we talking to the people and shit like that. I'm telling these people I got all these business, this clothing line. I'm telling them dumbass names to the clothing line. I'm telling them I done did this. So they like, all right, we gonna give you the loan, this and this. I'm sitting here like, yo, what the fuck did she do? So they like, the loan gonna be about 16,000 and such and such. So I'm like, man, I'm sitting here like, yo, these people is gonna wait till I touch this money and the fucking SWAT team gonna fucking pull up and my ass is gonna be in prison. So I'm like, all right, yo, this shit can't be like this. So she like put all the shit through and then she come back like 5 minutes later, like it seemed to be a problem. We talking to our fraud department now. We trying to get this shit started. But first she was like, we gotta call fraud. We gotta report this to fraud because something ain't right, this and that. So mind you, it's like 3 days before Christmas, yo. So the chick just started geeking like, man, we busy, this and that. I gotta go. I got a job to do, this and that. Like, she on her white shit. Like, I ain't even gonna lie. She was on her shit like, man, I'm the customer. Help me right now type shit. So the girl like, let me go get my manager. So now I'm like, yo, I'm ready to dip now. Like, yo, this shit, they calling the police. I know it. So she like, chill. Let's just talk to her and see what happened, this and that. Worst kind of worst, we just get up out of this bitch. So I'm like, fuck. So I'm sitting there, the manager come like, what's the problem? And she was like, everything, the lady, the little coworker, like, everything good for real, but it just like, they not letting it go through, this and that, this. She was like, I've been trying to call fraud, but they not answering. She was like, do everything look good? And the lady like, yeah, everything good. So she was like, all right, just give it to him. Yo. I said, just give it to him. Yo, when this lady said, how do you want your money, man? I said, oh, honest. I said all hundreds. So she give me the money, yo, and I kept saying, yo, I'm walking out here to the police. We get outside, no police, no nothing. We get in the car, we just start going crazy, like, oh fuck, no, we did that shit. So we like, all right, bet. When I say, yo, that was like a Thursday. By next Thursday, my account was in a negative. No bullshit. When I say no bullshit, no bullshit. I didn't buy no car. I didn't buy shit. I don't remember anything I purchased. When I say, yo, I was fucking going to hotel. Yo, I was staying in hotels every day. I'm talking about fucking suites. I'm talking about shit that was $1,000 a night. I was staying in shit like that for 4 days straight. Man, we was going to fucking anything close. Philly, New York, all type of shit, yo. We just going everywhere. When I say blowing that fucking money, I'm getting rentals. I'm talking about BMWs, Benzes and shit. I'm just blowing that shit. I'm giving motherfuckers money, like my family members. I'm giving niggas money and all that. So all of a sudden, yo, we go to what the fuck happened? I think oh yeah. I have, yo, this how crazy, like, y'all know I'm a wrestling fan, so I, like wrestling came to Baltimore. So I go get I got 2 tickets, yo. And when I say front row, when I say this was the joint and the ring was fucking right here, yo, I had front row tickets, yo. I paid 2 bands a piece for them bitches. When I say, yo, so it was the day of the wrestling. So I go the day of the wrestling, I'm like, I'm ready to go to the bank because we put most of the bread in the bank. So I go to the bank and I'm telling Shorty, like, yo, I'm ready to go take like 500 out so I can go to this wrestling shit, just to have some bread in my pocket. She like, all right, you know, like, go ahead, mind you. I was in charge of the account because her ass, yo, she would blow the shit out some money. Like, she would blow some money. So I always had the account, so I was in charge of that shit. Yo, do you know I went to the fucking bank and I tried to take, like, you know, you take 400 out at a time and all that. I tried to push 400. They like, can't dispense money. So I'm like, can't dispense money? What the fuck is they talking about? So I go try it again. The shit won't work. So I'm like, maybe I went over my limit. You know, it's a 400 limit a day. So I'm like, oh shit, I probably went over the limit. So I go to take like 100 out. The shit declined again. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? So I'm like, all right, something ain't right. So I go to try to take 20 out. The shit declined again. So I'm like, all right, we must have already took, like, you know, getting food, shit like that. I'm like, or something came out, something like that. So I'm like, I don't know. So I call Shorty like, see what's up with the account, because they ain't trying to let me take no money out my account. And she's like, all right, I'm about to call. Yo, do you know when she called, them people, the first thing they said was, what's the problem? So I'm like, I tried to take out this amount and it kept declining, but I know I have money. So she like, excuse me, sir. She said the last name. I still didn't know who the fuck you was. I'm like, she like, yeah. Do you want me to read back your last transactions and your last recents and all that? I'm like, no, like, for one, I'm just blowing fucking money. So I'm like, the fuck, I don't need my transactions. I'm like, nah, I'm trying to figure out why they won't take it. Like, am I at my limit for the day? She like, I'm not sure about all that, but I could read back your, I'm like, yo, why the fuck? I'm like, listen, is there any way, like, I think the banks was like closed or something. I couldn't go in there. I'm like, any way I could like get cash from my account and all that? She like, sir, your account is in the negative. I'm like, what? Yo, the last time I checked that shit was like 9 bands, yo. I'm like, yo, hold on. Yo, it only was like 4 fucking days, yo. I'm like, yo, this lady ain't just say my shit in the negative. Mind you, the girl never had like my account or nothing like that. Anything like she had, I already gave to her. So like the account was my shit. So I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I call her. Well, mind you, she on the 3-way. We hang up on the people, yo. When I say, yo, that girl was going off, like, what the fuck happened to our money? oh my God, what the fuck happened to our money? Like, she just going off. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Mind you, I got rental, I got hotels and shit. I can't pay for none of this shit no more. I'm sitting there like, yo, what the fuck? I'm talking about, yo, I had no money in my pocket whatsoever, yo. I'm like, yo, hell no. So we try to figure out what the fuck happened. We go back and look at all the, the history and all that shit, man. That shit, yo, when I say I was fucking blowing money, yo, we was doing the math. Like, yo, we took this out, we spent this. We went to fucking this restaurant, spent this. Like, yo, when I say, yo, we ain't had shit to show for that. We paid like months off for the house and shit like that, but that was like the main thing we did with anything good, I swear. Cause we ain't do shit with that money but blow that shit. I'm talking about smoking it up, drinking it up. I had paint, saline, I had all type of pills. I'm doing all type of shit now. I'm like, yo, I don't know how that shit disappeared, but yo, that shit was the craziest part of my life. I think about that shit all the time. Like, yo, I had all this money in my hand and that shit was gone in a week, yo. They do not want me to get no real money, yo, because if I get the millions, yo, y'all gonna see my ass right back around the way, because I'm gonna blow that shit. Like, I'm gonna blow that shit. I'm gonna buy all these cars and houses, yo. Like, I couldn't believe myself, yo. I just kept saying, yo, that person gave me 16 bands, yo. That was last Thursday. This Thursday, I had $0. What the fuck did I do? So we start calling the bank, telling them somebody stole the bank. Somebody stole the money, this and that. That was fraud. So we end up getting like $3,500 back, like probably like 4 days later. But like that shit was crazy, yo. Like that shit was a fucking amazing. I can't believe how quick that money touched my hand and was gone, yo. Like that shit crazy. That goes to show though, yo, like you gotta budget your shit, yo. No matter how much you got, little or a lot, budget your shit, cause your shit, I'm telling you, be spending shit and you don't even know that shit gone. And motherfuckers be taking shit out on you, you know, like, they'd take some shit out quick, boy, on me, yo. They take it out as soon as that bitch hit. But yeah, y'all, that was the short story time, man. Something I just always be thinking about on a regular, cause the shit was just ridiculous to do. But yeah, y'all tap back in. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment, share, hate. I don't give a fuck. Do something.